like the policies and stuff in place about, like if someone is convicted of some sort of like sexual violence or anything like that. But I think that there's definitely a problem of like identifying and believing accusers and then carrying out justice in response to that.
It's failing all throughout. It's failing because there's so many innocent people that are in jail right now for things they didn't even do. There's so many people out there that have gotten away with a lot of things and are not serving the time that they should because of the jail like system. Like I feel like people who sexually harass other people should be punished for it because it's not right. Like it's not like a humane act, I feel like, because you're making others feel unsafe. It's like, I feel like if someone were to pull a weapon out, would be sent to jail for like a longer amount of time as someone who was like sexually harassing another person, which I feel like it's still like you still feel unsafe regardless if it's words or materialistic things. Honestly, it's a problem. Like I saw this thing on Instagram and it said that like this guy only got like 6 months of prison for like sexually harassing a girl and like on college campus or something like that. And that's terrible. Like 6 months, like that's nothing. It's like literally half a year. A lot of innocent people go to jail for things they didn't even do, and this man is harassing a girl and you only get 6 months of prison. Like that's
Like the case that comes to mind is Bill Cosby, who like finally, but I guess with the whole Me Too movement, we're starting to see how like it's an ongoing, like sexual harassment and sexual assault happens at really high levels for very long periods of time, and not a whole lot's done about it. So I think that the criminal justice system is failing to respond to allegations properly, and I guess that allows like this sort of culture to continue in which sexual violence happens.
It's not okay what they do. They need to be taught harshly that it's not okay to do what they're doing, because that's the only way to get them to stop. Oh, and also those men who are rapists in jail should get counseling so that they learn rather than just being like punished for it. They need to know what it is they're doing that's wrong. I think like obviously better family lives would help and like better healthcare and stuff, but obviously that's no excuse for what they're doing. But it certainly I think would help if there was more healthcare for like, because a lot of rapists are either just pigs or mentally like not stable. So I think while they're in jail or whatever, they need to be counseled so that they learn and like need to do some healing themselves while all the women that they've abused do their healing.
regardless of what the person was wearing, what she was like doing, just walking down the street, if you're being sexually harassed, it should be punished for. Obviously, don't punish the victim. The victim has nothing to do with it. Punish who is sexually harassing you. Okay? Don't question it. You're sexually harassing her? Okay, you deserve to go to jail because that's bad.
I think growing up, I didn't really think about it a whole lot, but that's probably because I grew up a white man in the suburbs, so it wasn't really the front of my thoughts. So that's probably a problem. Yeah, I think that it's just part of, like, it wasn't really part of the conversation. And that, again, it could have been because I was younger and unaware and oblivious, but now, like, I feel like it is part of the conversation. So I guess that's one thing that's changed, like, people are talking about it, and people are aware of problems, and as a result, trying to do something about it.
Okay, I feel like back then, when men would, like, catcall a girl or something, I feel like it would just be looked as normal, you know? Okay, whatever. The girl has to deal with it. I feel like now we have all this social media that it is very easily to be sexually harassed. You can be sent messages, you can be sent images, you can be sent like things that make you feel uncomfortable. I feel like that is still considered sexual harassment if you don't want it. And I feel like now it's like normalized and it's like, oh, just delete or block the person. But I mean, this person's gonna be going on and doing the same thing to other girls, making them feel uncomfortable, making them feel like, you know, if they don't want it, they don't want it. Do not like force yourself upon that.
There's more awareness of it now than there was when I was young. people didn't really talk about that. It was spoken about, but not as much as it is now. There's more awareness of it, and women feel more empowered to talk about things that happen to them. And they report it more now than they used to before. So, but it's still not there. There's still many, especially in the Latino community, where they don't speak about that. So there still needs to be more awareness about it.
Although I will say, like, I guess when I was growing up as a child, there was like the whole Monica Lewinsky scandal with Bill Clinton. So I guess that was probably the first time that like I was aware of some sort of thing happening at a high level. And then in the news this week, Bill Clinton just said that he wasn't sorry for it. So things haven't changed much at all, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have really an answer for that question. I guess I was too ignorant. And hopefully I'm a little less now.
I feel like we definitely need to bring more awareness to it, because sexual harassment is out there, it is alive, it's there, and you know, definitely social media and like society has like influenced on that, because not only now is it in person, but you can be sexually harassed online as well. It's the same thing as like cyberbullying. Oh, just ignore it, just block them, just turn off your computer or whatever. But it's still like there, like you still see it, like it's not like it's gonna go away. You know, it's like social media.
I mean, our own president has said things that would identify him as carrying out acts of, has been alleged. I don't know how much I should say on camera about this from my own perspective, but you know what I'm getting at. It's like, so people get away with things still.
Yeah, I think that the media finds a way to justify everything. Like, for instance, I'm trying to think of a specific example, but you also see a lot of women online, like, attacking each other, like, body shaming each other. So I think that when men see that, they think it's okay, but really, I just think that everybody needs to get past the whole gender thing.
I still think there's a huge problem, even in, like, things that come up in class and what I hear students saying. Like, there's still a huge problem, particularly amongst men, that they still, like, through objectification of women and through, like, a general sort of lack of respect, I think talking about it is making people question themselves and question like their actions. I don't know if enough is not really being done yet, but I think talking about it is really important.
So there's been like a lot of times where like there's like been creepy people like coming up to me. Okay, I don't want to say like creepy, like maybe they were just trying to be nice, but yesterday there was this like young man.
Well, I mean, I definitely think it's ridiculous. Like, it doesn't matter what age you are, because I think that sexual assault happens either way. And like catcalling, like I'm wearing a winter coat and a scarf and a hat, and I'll still get catcalled. I'm not even kidding. So I think that people just need to stop believing that sexual assault and sexism exists because of our looks, because that's not the case.
And then I noticed that like he got off too, so I was continuing walking on with my day because I had places to be, and kept walking. I wasn't being rude, I wasn't being too friendly, I was just continuing on. So then I got on the bus, and he got on the bus too, and he like sat like a few rows behind me, so I didn't think much of it. Okay, maybe we had to go to the same place.
When I was in high school, there was a guy who, in the morning when I was walking to school, I had one of those raincoats on.
At my old school, not really so much today at this school, but at my old school, we couldn't wear anything that was past our knees, and I really hated that. I didn't follow it because I think it's just ridiculous, because, you know, like, we've been on the moon, but we can't wear shirts to school because some guy can't control himself. Like, no. So I didn't follow it, but...
So then, like, halfway through the bus ride, he sits right behind me, and he, like, touches my shoulder. He's like, yeah, like, you're really pretty and stuff. He's like, can I have your number? And I was like, And I was like, my phone's about to die. I was just making up excuses. And then he asked for my age. I told him that I was 14 years old, and he told me he was 20.
And he showed himself to me. So it was scary. So it was very early in the morning. And then I just ran to school. Things like that.
And he was like, okay, well, just wanted to let you know I'm getting off on this stop so you can come with me if you want to. I was so freaked out. Like, I felt really unsafe. And so then I was like, okay, like, I just continued on. But yeah, that happened to me yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't stand still. I would do something. Depends on what they say.
And I feel like a lot of us feel unsafe just walking down the street at night, or going on a run, going on a walk. I feel like it definitely does like impact you in a way because you feel unsafe.
Just because I'm wearing shorts does not mean I want to get raped right now or groped. That's not what it means. And I think that parents need to do a better job of teaching their sons that. Rather than teaching them boys will be boys, teach them how to respect women.
Men have the same feelings as women do. They're humans too. So if there is a person that has been sexually harassed and is a male, like, you know, you should speak out about it if you do feel unsafe, because us women sometimes do, sometimes don't.
It's just not right. Like, don't you be treated that way.
Something that should be talked about and spoken about and brought awareness to, and it should also just be stopped, and people just need to learn how to control themselves and, you know, find appropriate times to say things, because if it's taken the wrong way, it could be considered like sexual assault.
I've definitely had conversations with a couple of people where they start by defending people who are like really high up in organizations or news, like Bill Cosby again. Like, he came up in class the other day, a conversation about, because we were talking about a statute of limitations, and a student was talking about him, and he was like trying to defend Bill Cosby, and I think he was trying to make a joke about how, like, you know, I could believe one woman coming forward, but then why do all these women have to come out at once?
There's still so much rape and sexual assault that obviously more needs to happen, and I think that it's a good thing that there's so much awareness about it, because the more awareness there is, the less it's going to happen, because, you know, they know that we're more alert about it and that nobody's going to stay silent about it anymore.
Like, at first, like, I was like, whoa, like, that's a very problematic statement, but then when you have a conversation about it, then he starts to rethink. He started to, like, question, like, oh, like, well, it's very difficult for someone to come out and talk about that if they feel like they've been assaulted or harassed in some way. And then other people start to come out, because if one person sort of breaches the topic, then they might feel more comfortable, or there's a safer space to do it. So I think leaving that conversation, just in that one like case study example, he walked away from it with a different interpretation of that. So
It's like such a complex subject. Like, there's not really much you can do but like grow awareness about it and support each other.
I think like things happen like that at small levels, right? Like, we see this national conversation for sure, but then when people talk about it and you catch them saying things where it's like, oh, that's like a problematic viewpoint, then if you push them on it, then they start to change their viewpoint. And that's how change happens, right? Like, you change one mind at a time. So I think it's been really good, the Me Too movement. And I think, however, unfortunately, I will say, I feel like it's fading from the news already. And a lot of people do get away with things. So, I mean, our own president has said things that would identify him as carrying out acts of, has been alleged. I don't know how much I should say on camera about this from my own perspective, but you know what I'm getting at. It's like, so people get away with things still. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about.
I just say that we should just all love each other. That's it. Be positive, be a good person, you know, If you have something you want to say to someone without making them feel uncomfortable, then just go up to them and just be cool about it. Say it, just don't be creepy. I feel like we need to get rid of a lot of bad people in this world. As in, be good, be happy, love everyone. And yeah. So can I eat my burrito now?